I'll come back and say, Sandeep, please do it. And Sandeep will figure out a way to do it. Here I have to convince the candidate as well as the client.
Correct.
So that's a both ways. And I see that, what you're saying, handling this deluge of resumes and getting to the right one is what, recruitment consulting firms are specialized in. And as long as, there are companies that come up and appreciate the time that the person is saving, I don't think it will happen, because the entry barrier in recruitment consulting is very low. The exit barrier is also very low. You can start a company today, you can wind it up tomorrow.
Yeah, correct.
So that's the whole thing.
I think that mindset works with niche consulting or niche analytics firms, but like big firms where they do mass hiring, it's really very difficult for them. I mean, you can't get so many quality people. You need
That's
to
why
spend
they do standardized tests, right? That's all.
Yeah.
So they hire based on that.
That is one of the reasons why you see these big, large firms losing out on their edge, because they are trying to do a cookie cutter for everything and trying to fit everybody in that mold. Okay. And the niche firms, let's say, Srini is saying I do supply chain analytics, Mark is saying I do digital transformation and CPG analytics. So the quality value proposition is very clear. When you are trying to fit everybody into the mold, right, that is when you lose the edge. And what happens is, one more big thing I observe is that these new age companies hire people from these traditional companies with traditional beliefs and then try to plug them in, especially GCCs. And now what GCCs have become is that they are a, smaller version of an Infosys or a TCS, sitting out of India.
Correct.
Because they'll lose the innovation edge if you don't have those innovative people leading from the top. So that is what I feel. So, I think that's my perspective. And, it's been a rather, cumbersome journey working with, you say, right, working with people. Imagine, it's like, you have to work, because 90% of our work gets done before sending the profiles to the client. And then the client says, oh, no, we put it on hold, we filled it internally, or, we worked with another vendor and closed it at a cheaper price. So you're like, why did I work in the first place? So now I don't have any incentive to work for a client at all. So in that case, I believe that, if companies continue to treat like this, good consultants will leave or will charge higher. And the companies that, basically what does analytics company do? You have a specialty, you go to a Fortune 500 company and say, this is my core specialty. Is it that the Fortune 500 company cannot build a team with this money? They can do it themselves. But the time you're saving is what is a key factor. And, to your point, to handle the deluge of resumes, you need quality consultants when you said referral. And for quality consultants, I believe the industry should also appreciate what a consultant brings in. If you say, I will do it myself, please do it. You should not work with a consultant.
Great.
So for these problems, we have developed a very unique module, that's the internship plus PPA module. We used to get complaints from the recruiters like the students are not doing good, or after joining, they left in between because of their behavioral issues and all that. So we become autonomous in 2008. So from last 15 years, we are running this internship plus PPA module, and that becomes very famous in all the recruiters. All the major companies, they hire through this internship plus PPA module. So I'll tell you how it works. So the company comes for the recruitment. So they recruit students for the 6 months internships. So being autonomous, we have a 6 months internship thing in our curriculum. So students go for the 6 months internships at the company office or in a hybrid mode. And the companies observe them for 6 months. They deploy on some project, they train them on some technology. So within a span of 6 months, they get to know like how the candidate is working actually. So the student who is fit in the company culture, who works hard, they gets the FTA, the PPO, pre-placement offer. The students who are not that much competent, they work hard, they try to become competent to get the PPO. So in that way, companies get the good candidates. And I'm happy to share like the companies are now very happy with that, and they're coming back to us to recruit the new hires every year.
So this
So I
is the
think
last semester or seventh semester?
Yes, the 7th or 8th semester. So we are quite flexible with the internships. So it's a 6 months internship semester. That is in the 7th semester or the 8th semester. In some special cases, we allow students for the 1 year internship as well.
I think this is the way forward in my view, right? Internships are a good way of getting trained on the job, and then hopefully if the candidate scales up, they'll continue to work as an employee, right? Uh, that's definitely one disruptive model that I see. The other models are also there. For example, collaborate with corporates or even smaller companies and develop a curriculum so that some kind of a finishing school happens in the college itself, right? See what corporates are looking for versus what colleges are training. There is a huge gap in my view, right? See what we are looking for is fundamentals, right? Analytical thinking, right? What do I mean by analytical thinking? It's about looking at data and making your own decisions on top of it, right? Making your own insights, generating your own insights. Uh, Basically asking the right questions to get to the bottom of a problem, right? Having the right attitude, inquisitiveness, and all those fundamentals to excel in an environment which is new to you. People are not very confident of talking in public forums, right? I've seen students coming out of colleges. Some are very, very confident and they can carry themselves well. a lot of students who are not very confident, but they may be very competent, right? So some of these skills, right attitude, never give up kind of an attitude, and then things like figuring out, right? Ability to figure out is what is important in today's world, because there's a lot of knowledge available in public domain. You don't have to invent anything. You just have to discover what is there and apply that to your problem statement. I wish I had Google when I was studying. I wish I had ChatGPT when I was working as a developer, I meant, right? So today, students are basically having the luxury of all these tools. And how you productively use these tools matters